Hi, Scorpio. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you your monthly money and career reading for December 2020. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank you all so much for your likes, comments, subscriptions. And so I meditated on your energy overall for the month in regards to the subject. And the message that came through was knowing your worth, knowing your worth. So let's get started. Let's begin by pulling a message or two from the Soul's Journey deck. What do we have for Scorpio to begin this monthly read for their money and career? Thank you, Spirit, for our lovely Scorpios. Keep them coming. What else do we have, Spirit? I think we got one more. Or two. All right, the first one out. I'm just going to get that one out of the way. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I feel like there's somebody or multiple people out there within your life or just in your work environment who do envy you, my friend. Maybe it's because you're starting to get a better handle on yourself and your worth and where you're heading. Don't pay any mind to it. But at the same time, in reverse, don't envy other people. Don't compare yourself to other people's situation and how much they've made, where they're at with their money and career, their progress they've made. Everybody goes through different challenges, is on different timelines, and has different destinies. So just do your thing at the end of the day. And then guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Don't feel guilty for changing, my friend, because at the bottom of the deck we have change. I was going to show you. We'll take that too. Don't feel guilty for changing. Don't feel guilty for adjusting your beliefs and your career as a whole if that's your case. You do you, my friend, and whoever has an issue with it, they're just going to have to find a way to deal with it, right? And then love the colors lining up. Loneliness, I know that I am never alone. May feel like as you change and grow and get a better grasp on your worth, like the overall message says, you may start to part ways with certain people and situations, and just know that you're never alone, especially with the fact that you have your guides and your angels with you at all times, guiding you and protecting you. And let's not forget, when other situations and people are removed from our life in one way, shape, or form, you're always making room for better and more healthy options to come in. On that note, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. It just feels like you have been like the Queen of Swords in your life these days. And moving into December, it is a month where you will start to have a better grasp on certain people who you surround yourself with, and you're weighing whether or not they deserve your attention, your energy, especially within your work environment, who is going to affect your work in a negative way. And this all goes hand in hand with knowing your worth and being like, I got to do this out of respect for me, but as well, I just know my worth at this point. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. And it feels like a month, and December feels like a month for you, Scorpio, where your intuition grows and grows and just snowballs. You become more in tune with your inner voice, with your spirit guides as well. And you sort of will see through people and situations where someone may tell you one thing at work, or someone might tell you something about your finances and you see right through them. So don't be surprised when you just seem to know more than people expect you to, or you know more about a situation than is on the surface. Wow, I can relate. Good start. Let's continue by pulling 6 tarot cards. A simple 6-card spread, if you will. And just so you know, if you're new to this channel, I do take typically flyer or jumper cards. And with exceptions, occasionally when guided, I take from the top or bottom of the deck. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have for Scorpio to continue this monthly money and career read? Keep them coming. Not surprised. You want me to just pull the last one from the top? Ooh, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, my friend. It's going to feel like moving into the new year, your cup is overflowing. Like your abundance could not be flowing in anymore. So just prepare mentally for that. And let's not forget that comes in many different forms. So we're starting off the 6 card spread with the Ace of Wands. That's 2 aces already in this reading. So it feels like you start off the month feeling very mentally on fire. You may feel like your thoughts are racing. But this is now also coming through as your intuition, like we were talking about. It just feels like it's on fire. Your gut feeling, your third eye is opening. You just know so much about everything. And it just might feel like you're starting to get some blanks filled in, you know, starting to get a better grasp on your future and your purpose. And on, you know, this in itself just helps you develop that self-worth and confidence. And it's side by side with this loneliness card. And it feels like at times, because you're so in your own head, it leaves you feeling a bit lonely. Or, you know, because you've, again, been the Queen of Swords of your own life in the past months, it might make you feel a bit lonely. But just know that this all happens for a reason. You're growing, you're changing, and better people and situations will be replaced. Will come in to replace those that are gone. Page of Wands. I wanted to turn this upright, but Spirit said to leave it in reverse. And I feel like in the past months, in September, October, November, you've been feeling a bit anxious, a little bit on edge. Yeah? And it does feel like as you make your way into December, this sort of fades. And it may shock you. And I think it's because you're trusting your intuition more. It's because you let go of certain people and situations that are no longer working for you. Maybe even a job that was giving you a lot of anxiety and stress unnecessarily. It does feel like a lot of burdens sort of naturally slip off your shoulders because you've started to make changes recently. And yeah, I just feel like you're doing what's right for you, and it's simply leaving you feeling a lot less on edge. And I don't see you turning back to things that, you know, left you feeling that way. Because when you get a taste of what this feels like, when you start to kind of move forward and feel a lot less stressed because of these burdens leaving your life, you're just like, you know what? Absolutely perfect. Let's just keep moving forward in that direction. And then the 8 of Pentacles. So the first half of the month wraps up and you're just very focused. Also feeling very creative. Whatever it is, a business, a project, your day-to-day job, simply moving up the corporate ladder or trying to get a promotion, maybe trying to get a job, you know, if you let go of one or were let go recently. You're just very, very focused. I feel like for some of you, you're staying up late at night doing this work, this business, this job, or searching for one. It just feels very passionate. You know, for some of you, you might be creating some sort of, I just feel like you're creating something that means a lot to you. And we're moving right along to the second half of the spread / month with the Tower card. Now, the Tower card comes in when Spirit in the universe sees that something was not built on a solid foundation. It needs to go. And I truly feel like this is your doubt, your lack of, you questioning yourself. Maybe even people or situations in your life that make you doubt yourself, that make you question your self-worth or question it themselves. And so don't be surprised when that sort of gets knocked out of the way. It's aligned with this Ace of Wands, and it's like, you know, you may come as a shock or it may not, but it just, at the end of the day, you'll look back and be like, you know what, I trust my intuition. And if I trusted it even more in the past, I could have initiated this and kind of prevented this Tower moment. I could have done this myself. And I feel like moving forward, you'll have a lot less Tower moments to deal with. And it's side by side with this Envy card. And I feel like it has to do with some of these people that envy you. You know, knocking out some of those people that kind of feel a certain negative way towards you because of the changes you're making, because you're becoming who you're meant to be in this lifetime. And also, for some of you, I feel like it's getting rid of your outlook on other people's situation, kind of envying them, comparing yourself to them. no more of that moving forward. All right, Scorpio. The Seven of Swords. So the middle of the second half of the month rolls around and you're making some changes. You're going after a job, or you're building a business, whatever it is for you, creating something special for you. And you don't feel like telling everybody. It feels like in the past, a lot of Scorpios have been very upfront and kind of, giving when it comes to telling people, soul connections, or people in your work environment about what you're going after and voicing it to them, and it didn't go anywhere positive, did it? Either they made you second guess it or make you question it, or their opinions just overwhelmed you and became a burden. And so now you're just simply like, you know what, I'm going to do it on the down low. I'm going to do what's right for me, and at the end of the day, when I start to make progress or feel the time is right, I'll then tell people. And I can totally relate. It's aligned with this Page of Wands, and I feel like that in itself leaves you feeling less anxious, because in the past you felt anxious and on edge because of all of these opinions and noises and how everybody else felt about what you were doing. And does it really matter? Because you're doing it for you. It's your life. And at the end of the day, they can chime in after you do it, after you make a certain amount of progress. So I totally support this, and as does Spirit. Two of Cups to finish off the 6-card spread and month. And I feel like you end the month off meeting a soul connection, a new one, and it just reminds you that because you cut other people out of your life, or they were knocked out with the Tower moment, they're replaced with a much healthier connection. Someone who I feel is connected to your career in one way, shape, or form. And this person will recognize and appreciate your self-worth, the new you. Wow. It's aligned with the Eight of Pentacles, and I do feel like for some of you, as you work your ass off, as you do kind of do what you need to do when it comes to your career and tied into your finances, you meet this person, whether it's a love interest or just a simple soul connection or a coworker. It just is a connection that will be taken into the new year and into your future as a healthy one. Because again, they respect you and to know your worth, and will maybe even hold you to that worth in a kind of healthy way. Wow. Let's continue by pulling a message or two from the Energy Oracle deck. For Scorpio to continue, thank you, Spirit. Money and career, December 2020. Okay, we got some there. Financial constraints. We'll just get this one out of the way. It feels like for some of you, you've been dealing with financial constraints recently, and they may continue into December. But it does feel like you'll deal with them very maturely. You'll maybe have to cut back on a few things moving forward, but it's all for the end result moving into the new year, so that you can kind of put these aside. With what's going on in the world, who isn't dealing with some sort of financial constraints, right? But don't let it get you down. And then Goddess of the Moon. It feels like you're going to be glowing in the month of December, regardless of some obstacles that you do have to deal with. I think it has a lot to do with who you're meeting and your intuition glowing, and you doing what's right for you, and not kind of allowing people's opinions and, to have so much weight in your life. You're letting go of burdens. It's all leaving you feeling like this goddess or god, of the moon, and just feeling so vibrant. That in itself will attract new opportunities and new blessings. Victory. At the end of the day, in December, you're going to feel victorious in one way, shape, or form, simply because of this new self-worth, because of the progress you're making on a soul level and in your career, and as you move into the new year, your finances as well, regardless of some of these constraints. So just realize that you have a victorious future ahead of you, my friend. Let's finish off by pulling a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Thank you, Spirit, to wrap up this money and career read. What else do we have? I also feel like I'm going to show this one too. Breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellence, mental health, and letting go of vices. Very much intertwined with that Tower card for a lot of you. We're just going to go with 3 of these. And then we have Goddess. I mean, right along with that card, healing feminine energy. We all have feminine energy within us, male or female. And it feels like you're healing. And that came through in Cancer's reading too. But I feel like you're healing certain parts of your life, certain habits, wounds left over from past relationships and jobs, and allowing yourself to make your way into this victorious sort of self-worth filled future, like we were talking about, as you continue to glow, or start to at the very least. Dragonfly, what a good note to end on. You bring light to this world. And as you enhance your self-worth and your career and your finances moving forward, you allow yourself to, like we're saying, glow on a different level. And you bring a light to this world, Scorpio. So don't forget that. Whatever career you decide to take on or continue to do so, you will shine your light bright for everyone to see. Absolutely beautiful. And with that said and done, I once again more than appreciate all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. And I hope this reading was truly helpful. More importantly, I hope you have the most amazing December, and I will see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.